A perfect winter staple that's tasty, filling, warming, and no matter how much you make, this won't last long in the fridge. This is pretty much all I eat until it's gone. My old man passed this down to me a few years ago when we lived together, and he used to cook this at least once a fortnight. This recipe today is for a pretty big batch. This will easily feed a family 2 or 3 times over. If you're just cooking it for yourself, freeze half or even give half away to family and friends. They'll love you for it, and it always feels good cooking for people. I have another recipe for a scaled down version of this that's quite easy, and I'll get to shoot that one day. It's about half the size. This is super easy to remember and replicate. Everything is in increments of 30 minutes. Boil the hock and peas for 30 minutes. Add the onion, garlic and ginger for 30 minutes. Add the veggies for 30 to 60 minutes depending on preference. This ham hock is absolutely enormous, and this recipe can be made with one half the size. But this is all they had, so it looks like I'm going to have extra ham in my soup today. This is 1.5 kilos, but a ham hock that's 1 kilo is more than enough. We'll use a whole 500 gram bag of split peas. If you want to rinse and even soak them, you can, but I never have, and I've never had a problem. To each his own though, so if that's how you've been taught, then go right ahead. I use 2 liters of stock. This 2 liters is actually from my last video. And then I add 2 liters of water. Once you get that to the boil, put in the ham hock, split peas, and a small bacon bone. The bacon bone is optional because you'll get plenty of smoky pork flavour from the hock, but I've tried it without the bacon bone and there is a slight difference. Once that's down, start your mise en place, or in normal talk, start preparing and processing your veggies. This soup needs a bit of attention, especially when these split peas start breaking down. At the start, the peas will float with the bubbles, but the reason why these things are so important to the dish is the same reason why you need to fear and respect them. When they start breaking down, they thicken the soup and give it its velvety mouthfeel. But as they start breaking down, they will also fall to the bottom, and if not stirred regularly every 10 to 15 minutes, the peas will burn, and once that's done, it's all over. There's no salvaging it. It's 4 liters of soup, $20 odd, and a few hours of your day literally down the drain. So keep an eye on it. This is after 30 minutes. Look how much the peas have started doing its work already. I put the peas in at the start with the pork and give them a chance to break down. If I have time, I'll boil the hock and the peas for an hour before adding the aromatics. But not everyone has that much time. After 30 minutes, add the aromatics, the onion, garlic and ginger. I find adding them in before the rest of the veggies really gives them a chance to flavour and enhance the soup. Plus, after an hour to an hour and a half, they get nice and soft and blend right into the dish. Give it a stir now, and this will be about the time where you have to stir and be vigilant of the threat of burnt peas. Stir this puppy regularly. I'll also take the bacon bone out now. I find it can overpower the soup if you're using a large hock. The smoky flavour is amazing, but if it's too much, then that's all you can taste. Around this time, I'll give it a little seasoning of 1 teaspoon of sugar, 1 teaspoon of dried herbs, a splash of fish sauce and Worcestershire sauce, and more than a few cranks of pepper. 30 minutes later, in with the veggies. Celery, carrot and potatoes, the perfect soup combination. If you don't like the crunch of celery, you can put them in first and then the carrot and potatoes 30 minutes after that. Then cook for another 30 minutes and you're done. I tend to put all 3 in for 60 minutes altogether. The potatoes start to get real soft and even the smaller pieces will disintegrate and help to thicken the soup. Once the veggies are done to your liking, you can shut off the stove and remove the ham hock. Let it cool for 20 minutes before shredding, because damn, that sucker is hot as balls. Try and shred the ham the same size everything else is in the soup. Once that's all done, whack it in the soup, and you're done. Give it a mix and taste for seasoning. A dash of vinegar never hurt, it helps to lighten it up slightly. Just as most things, this soup will taste better the next day. It will thicken in the fridge, and thanks to the gelatin released from the ham hock, it will look like soup jelly. But don't be alarmed, don't add any extra water to the bowl until you have warmed this dish up. It will get runny as it warms to eating temperature. And that's it. Good luck trying not to eat this thing non-stop until it's all gone. This is a gift passed down from my old man to me, and now from me to you guys. I hope you enjoy.